Welcome back to my channel Techno Trend Zone. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most highly anticipated tech launches of 2025, the Apple Watch Series 11. Every September, Apple pulls the curtain back on new devices, but this year feels a little different. The level of excitement surrounding the next Apple Watch is on another level, with leaks, insider reports, and even early component supply chain rumors pointing to a smartwatch that could mark a new era for Apple's wearables. This isn't just another Apple Watch. The Series 11 is being positioned as a refinement and a leap forward at the same time. Apple is expected to polish the design, enhance the display technology, push the boundaries of health tracking, and potentially bring us features that fans have been requesting for years. If you're curious about what the Apple Watch 2025 edition has in store, let's break it all down, from design and display to health features, performance, connectivity, price, and release date. A look back from Series 10 to Series 11 before we dive into the leaks and expectations. It's important to understand where Apple left off with the Apple Watch Series 10. Last year's model was celebrated for its refined design, thinner profile, and use of premium titanium instead of stainless steel. This change made the watch both lighter and more durable, a perfect balance between elegance and practicality. Apple has always followed a philosophy of evolution, not revolution. Instead of drastically changing the design every year, Apple improves the finer details, the materials, ergonomics, and overall user experience. With the Series 11, the same approach is expected, but the focus this year seems to be on subtle yet meaningful enhancements that will impact daily use. The design story, familiar, yet more refined. One of the biggest questions fans ask before every Apple Watch launch is, will Apple finally give us a brand new design? Rumors often suggest radical redesigns with curved edges, slimmer bezels, or new button placements. However, history tells us that Apple doesn't take big design leaps overnight. Just like with the iPhone, design languages usually last for several years before a major overhaul. For the Series 11, insiders suggest that the overall design will remain close to the Series 10, the rectangular face with rounded edges, the iconic digital crown, and the same watch band system that millions of users already own. But here's the catch: Apple's refinements may not be obvious until you wear it for hours. Material focus: titanium is expected to remain, possibly with a new polished finish or even a darker titanium option for premium users. Titanium isn't just stylish, it's stronger, lighter, and more resistant to daily wear. Comfort upgrades: Apple may slim the bezels further and shave down the chassis for even better ergonomics, making the Series 11 the most comfortable Apple Watch yet. Durability: expect even more scratch resistance and water protection enhancements, ensuring that the watch remains durable during workouts, swimming, and daily use. In Apple's world, innovation is often invisible. It's not about dramatic redesigns but about making the device feel better on the wrist, smoother in touch, and more elegant in everyday use. The display revolution: OLED versus micro-LED. The most exciting story surrounding the Apple Watch Series 11 leaks isn't about design, it's about the display technology. Currently, Apple Watches use OLED displays, which deliver stunning contrast, deep blacks, and vibrant colors. But several credible reports suggest that Apple is preparing to shift to micro-LED technology. So, why does this matter? Brighter and clearer, micro-LED screens could make watch faces appear painted onto the glass, with unmatched brightness even under harsh sunlight. Battery efficiency: these displays are more power efficient, meaning the Series 11 could get longer battery life without needing a bigger battery. Sharper visuals, notifications, fitness stats, and watch faces would appear more crisp and lifelike. However, there's a possibility that Apple may debut micro-LED first on the Apple Watch Ultra 3. If that happens, the Series 11 could stick with OLED but receive major brightness and efficiency improvements. Either way, display performance will be a headline feature. Apple Watch as a health companion: Apple has always positioned the watch as more than just a gadget, it's marketed as a health and wellness companion. Over the years, features like ECG, fall detection, blood oxygen monitoring, and temperature sensing have proven life-saving for many users. With the Apple Watch Series 11, health features are expected to become even more advanced. To blood pressure monitoring, perhaps the most realistic upgrade this year. Multiple reports suggest that Apple is close to rolling out a blood pressure feature. While it may not provide full medical-grade readings initially, it could show trends and alerts that help users monitor hypertension risks. Blood glucose monitoring: this is the dream feature, especially for people with diabetes, but experts believe we're still a few years away. Apple continues to invest heavily in research, but the technology isn't ready for Series 11. Blood oxygen sensor: currently limited in the US due to patent issues, Apple may resolve this legal battle in time for Series 11, unlocking the full Potential of the sensor with just a software update, other health improvements. Expect refinements in sleep tracking, cycle tracking, stress monitoring, and integration with Apple's expanding health app ecosystem. In short, the Series 11 Apple Watch could take another major step toward becoming a true medical companion on your wrist. Connectivity and performance, faster, smarter, stronger beyond health. Users want speed, reliability, and connectivity. Here's what the Apple Watch 2025 rumors suggest. New chip. Expect a new Apple S series processor, offering faster performance, smoother animations, and more efficient energy use. Even small silicon upgrades can mean better multitasking and slightly longer battery life. 5G potential. While Series May 11th stick to LTE, the Ultra line could get 5G this year. If that happens, mainstream models may follow in the next generation. Wi-Fi upgrades. Rumors suggest that Wi-Fi 6E could finally make its way to the Apple Watch, improving sync speeds and reliability. WatchOS 12 optimization. Alongside the hardware, WatchOS 12 will bring new software tricks, redesigned apps, and better integration with iOS 19. Release date. When will Apple launch the Series 11? Apple follows a very predictable release cycle. Just like previous years, the Apple Watch Series 11 release date is expected in September 2025, alongside the iPhone 17 lineup announcement. Early September pre-orders, a few days after launch. Shipping typically starts 1 week after pre-orders open. So, if you're planning an upgrade, mark your calendar for September 2025. Price. Will Apple raise the cost? Now comes the big question. How much will the Apple Watch Series 11 cost? Surprisingly, leaks suggest that Apple may keep pricing the same as the Series 10 base model, $399 in the US cellular models, around $499 plus depending on configuration. Apple Watch Ultra 3, likely between $799 to $899, especially if it debuts micro-LED and 5GB, keeping the Series 11 at an accessible price point. Apple ensures wider adoption and continues to dominate the smartwatch market. Final thoughts. What the Apple Watch Series 11 means when you put everything together. The Apple Watch Series 11 is shaping up to be a refinement-driven upgrade rather than a revolutionary overhaul. Design will feel familiar, but with subtle improvements in materials, comfort, and durability, display technology could bring one of the most important upgrades in Apple Watch history. With micro-LED or enhanced OLED panels, health tracking may expand with blood pressure monitoring, more accurate sensors, and potential unlocking of blood oxygen features.